All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We the real Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week, prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, America, which is called the daughter of Babylon in the Bible, and to teach you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're the Lord's chosen people on this sign, the 12 tribes of Israel. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone camps, for teaching us the truth of the Bible. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
Shalom.
So I want to open up with a lesson, and I want to speak about the Israelites. The Israelites are the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, all the races that you see on this sign. These are called the Israelites, but they didn't call them these races back in the ancient world. You know, they called them the tribe of Judah, tribe of Benjamin, tribe of Issachar. They were called tribes instead of races. You know, it don't say races in the Bible. It says tribes. So we're going to start off in Isaiah 65:1. And we're going to try to wake up the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Isaiah 65, right?
65:1.
65:1. I am sought of them that ask not for me.
So it says, I sought of them that asked not for me. It's talking about these people. And these people, they don't look for the Lord, you know, because the Lord said, read that line again.
Isaiah 65:1. I am sought of them that ask not for me.
I sought of them that asked not for me. So the Lord, He's looking for these people, but these people are not looking for Him. You know, it should be the other way around. We should be looking for the Lord, you know. But our people, they don't ask questions about the Lord. They just take it. They just take their own thoughts and their own opinions about who the Lord is. You know.
Yep. They what's it called? The mind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They just listen to their subconscious. You know, they don't listen to the real.
They always want to be that. Well, I feel like, fuck how you feel.
Yeah, you got to listen to the real voice. You know, read that line again.
Isaiah 65:1. I am sought of them that ask not for me.
So they don't ask for the Lord. You know, they don't care enough about the Lord. They don't care enough to know what His real name was. You know, they don't care enough to know what He looked like. They don't want to know His commandments. You know. So they're not trying to know who He really is. They just look at the picture of Jesus Christ and they think, oh, He must be a nice guy, you know, because He looks he's smiling, you know, and He's throwing up His hands.
Well, that's what that lady expected 2 weeks ago when she came up, though. She came up and see, I came over here because she pretty much came for that image, though, because of that image. So
yeah, the Lord, you know, He's a mean man. You know, He's not a smiling guy. You know,
because He even in that time too, there's nothing to smile about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's nothing to smile about.
He was about to die. You know, what do you got to smile about when you're about to die?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So read that line again.
Isaiah 65:1. I am sought of them that ask not for me.
Yeah, so our people, they don't try to look for Him. And the way you look for Him is you have to go back. You have to go back to the history. That's where you're going to find Him. Because what happened was they tried to cover up His face. You know, they try to cover up the Lord's face with another face, you know, which is the white man. You know, the white man's face. They put that mask on Him, you know. So that's why you can't find Him, because He don't look the same, you know.
Yeah, it's like if you lose your kid at Disneyland and he had a red jacket, And then, well, the kid being lost or whatever, the kid takes off his red jacket and puts a yellow one. Automatically, you're gonna be looking for that red one. But then eventually, well, I mean, he has that yellow one, so therefore, you're not gonna find him because you saw him with the red jacket, but now he has a yellow jacket.
Yeah,
You know?
that's right. And so you're not going to find him these days because they're saying that his name is Jesus. you know,
Yeah.
but really it's Yahushai.
Yeah.
So keep going.
And it says, "I am found of them that sought me not." And I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name. It's a nation. It means specific.
And that's what the Lord is saying. He's saying, behold me, behold me. That's what we're out here telling you,
So behold
uh,
me.
uh, who the Lord is, and we're pointing to him. You know, we're telling you the right name, um, because the Lord speaks through men. You're not going to actually hear the Lord. And don't think it has to be some rich people. That the Lord's speaking through. The Lord speaks through the
Yeah.
poor people. You know, the
And if
poor people are the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. We're the poor. It's like, what are you gonna
no,
say?
I was gonna say that's true, bro. Because then they want to say, what about the other third world countries? What about the other nations, though? But that goes to show who's in rulership, though. This white man, he's in rulership. Yeah, we're the poorest too, and I understand too that there's other third world countries that are poor too, though. But that's because it's under management of the white man.
Those poor people, they might be Israelites because
Yep.
only the Israelites are under curses. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
you might just be an Israelite.
yeah. If you're
You
going
know,
through it, because even over there in Elam, India, they even got like I think some beef with the east ones or west ones or some shit like that. The people from the east or west. Even India has beef with their like the people over there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They could possibly be Israelites too, though.
So read that verse again.
I'll read the whole thing, precept.
Okay.
Isaiah 65 and 1. That says, I am sought of them that ask not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me into a nation that was not called by my name. By nation.
Yeah. So first, the Lord is speaking through the apostles. You know, they're getting confirmation from heaven. From the Lord, and then the apostles are spreading it throughout the camps. So we're getting the word too from the Lord. So we're speaking what the Lord. We're speaking the Lord's words. And get the next verse.
Isaiah 65 and 2, and it says, I have spread out my hands all day unto rebellious people. So you would think, well, he literally spread his hand out to rebellious people, like,
Yeah.
you know? Want me to keep going?
Yeah.
And it says, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. So I just said,
Yeah.
yeah.
So our people didn't listen to what the Lord said. Instead, they listened to their own thoughts. They started walking in the way of their own thoughts. Because we have a million thoughts running through our mind. Does that mean you have to listen to all of them? No. You only listen to the right voice.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta, just because you have a thought, oh, I want to go commit adultery. Uh, that doesn't mean you have to go do it. That's only Satan speaking to you, because Satan can get into your mind.
And you got to watch out too. Let's say if you see an attractive woman walking by, you can't, you have to be careful too, because she might have a husband at home. So you
Yep.
can't be right there just
Yep.
eyeing the shadow of her. You know what I mean? But as you know, we're preachers, we're men. But we look though and everything. But at the same time, we also got to be careful too, because she might have a man at home. So we just can't be like, oh, you know what I mean? You got to watch out for that too. You know?
And it always happens in the grocery store too.
Yeah.
You don't know if that man, every time there's a woman walking, and then like 20 feet behind her is her man.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know that she's with her man, but he went to go grab something else.
Yeah, like, yo, I'll be back. I'm gonna get some, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you happen to walk in the aisle and she's by herself, and then you start talking to her, and then it's like, he comes
Yeah.
back and like, hey, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. You know? So go ahead and you can read 3 and 4 together.
Isaiah 65:3, it says, and people that provoke me into anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick.
Oh, Salakia. So all day long, it said they insult Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, all day long, they do what they want to do. They don't do what the Lord tells them to do. You know, because if it's the Sabbath day, you have to have some kind of consideration for the Lord.
Yep, at least
You
at least
know,
acknowledge it. You know what I mean?
at least the day before, try to do as much things you can. That way, on the Sabbath day, you could just chill.
Yeah.
You know, do what the Lord wants you to do. The Lord said, the Sabbath day, you chill.
You rest. Yeah, literally
you know?
means rest.
Yeah.
But we don't got it like that. Some days we gotta work that day, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm telling you. It goes to that we're in captivity too, man.
Yep. Read that one again, verse 3.
Isaiah 65:3. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of bricks, like this.
So they sacrifice in gardens and they burn their incense on bricks. It said, right?
Altars of bricks, yeah.
They burn their incense on altars.
Of brick.
So every time we see our people, they always have a statue in their lawn. You know, that's like sacrificing idols in the gardens.
Especially Issachar in their front yard, bro. They've been putting that Virgin Mary statue up there.
Yeah. And for example, my mom had she had a tub in the front lawn, and it was kind of halfway buried. And when she pulled it out, I guess it had like the image of the Virgin Mary.
Oh,
right?
shit.
So I think the news they took a picture of it, and it came out on the paper.
Oh, no shit. Yeah.
Saying that it was a heavenly image or something.
No shit.
Know?
Yeah, there's like the same images like people find like on their tortilla or something, or like type of things like that.
That's right.
No
but
shit.
That's just the idol, you know. You know, it's just a coincidence. You know, that's all that is. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then especially if a face of Caesar Borgia, man, they go crazy over that though, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And read that one again, Salakia.
Isaiah 65:3, it says, a people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificed in gardens and burneth incense upon bricks of burneth incense upon altars of brick.
Yeah, so they're burning their incense, you know, on their altars. You know, they think it's working. You know, they think when they burn that incense, they think when they go to the store and they buy it from that shelf with all that with all that Christianity, they think it's working, but it doesn't work without faith. You know, you got to have faith for this thing to work.
It's like those some people also have a chimney, right? Don't they put like their candles and shit like that on top of their chimney, and their statues and shit like that? Like I think I seen Issachar do that though on their chimneys. They put it on top of the chimney, the brick though chimney, and like Caesar Borgia and the Virgin statue and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, they make a little altar right there.
Yeah. So they think, you know, just because they read it in the Bible that you could burn frankincense and myrrh for incense, you know, they buy it and they think they're sacrificing the right way. You know. So go to the next verse.
Isaiah 65:4, and it says, which remain among the graves, and lodge in the monuments which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels.
So it said they go to the graves. You know, that's what our people do.
Yeah.
They take flowers to the grave, flowers for the dead. You know.
It says lodge in monuments could be them tombstones, right? Or
Yeah,
different things though.
yeah, lodging monuments.
Oh, don't they
Um,
got that one too where you walk in and then it's like a little altar looking one and then it's
uh,
like a
it's
cemetery?
the mausoleum.
There you go. That's what I think it was called though.
Yeah,
And people go in there.
yep, yeah. They have scary movies about that kind of things.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Those are creepy too, though, man. They kind of
and
creepy
they
though.
say don't go to the graveyard
At night.
at night. You know, you can't be worshiping the dead. You know, because you're worshiping the dead, but instead, you know, Salaki, read that again.
Yeah, yeah, gone. Isaiah 65:3. It says, "A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in the gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick."
And that first line of the graves.
Oh, it says, "Which remain among the graves." That
Yeah, yeah. So you're over here among the graves, trying to speak to your father, but you know you're feeling sorry for the person who's dead, but that person who's dead is feeling sorry for you.
yeah, because they're good. You
Yeah,
and how you did good. You know what I
that's
mean?
right.
You're good.
They're in heaven. You know.
And then if you think that you're talking to them and you see some type of hear a voice, some type of movement, guess what? That's a demon. That's not your relative. That's a demon right there, man.
Yeah,
Fucking with you.
yeah.
So you gotta understand that too, man.
You think you see his spirit, you know, but that's a demon because a demon could form himself to make it look like the person who it was before.
Yeah, exactly.
How is he gonna look the same way? He don't have his body. The spirit don't is not inside of his body.
Yep.
How's he gonna look like your father? You know, like, oh,
Exactly.
that's my father.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
It's a lot because back in the '90s, or late '90s, I believe, one of my cousin's father, well, one of my cousin's dad, he died. Like he drowned in the canal. Or they say he drowned in the canal, right? It was him and his buddy. Like early '90s, he died, right? And then I guess there were. It was my aunt. I think she was pregnant. My aunt was pregnant, and she was with my grandma, which is her mom. And they were in the store in Huron, and they said that they could have sworn they saw my cousin's dad though in the store following them around. You know what I mean? But nah, that wasn't him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That was a straight demon though that just put some like, you know what I mean? That was a
yeah.
straight demon
It's it's called an apparition.
apparition.
You know, and the demons will do that to fuck with you.
Yeah, they could do that. Yeah, yeah.
You know, to throw you off. You know. That's why you're not even supposed to touch the dead. You
Yeah, because
know.
then he become unclean too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That could be a transfer of energy. You know.
To you,
So
yeah.
that person, you know, is still in the what's it called, the when he's laying down.
Oh, the coffin?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
coffin?
Still in the coffin. He could still come back alive. You know.
Yeah, the most I could do that.
You know, the Most High could bring him back in 3 days. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like he did to Yahushua.
Yeah, it's the most high. Power, infinity power. It never, you know what I mean? It doesn't stop though.
Uh, yeah. So go to so like read that one again.
Isaiah 65:4 it says, which remain among the graves and lodge in monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things is in their vessels.
Which eats swine's flesh. You
Yep.
see that? Right now, Snoop Dogg, right? He got his own meal. He got his own meal at Jack in the Box, and it's called the Snoop Dogg something meal. I don't know, and it's with swine.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Damn. And since he's a Jake though, guess what? A bunch of Jakes are gonna fucking want to buy that burger.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, well, let's try it out though.
Yeah. All the smokers are gonna buy it. You know. You know.
He's all Snoop Dogg this, so therefore they're gonna smoke and they're gonna go to
Everyone's-
Jack in the Box after.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Smoke. They're gonna blaze out.
Blaze the fuck out, yeah.
They're gonna go to Snoop Dogg and eat that swine.
Yeah. Especially the little youngsters though, you know? Hey man, Snoop Dogg got a burger? What? Hey, let's go, let's go. There's actually a Jack in the Box here in Lemoore too, though. Hit that up though, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And them foods, you know.
yeah, yeah. So Snoop Dogg, he's setting up our people to fail. You know, he's letting them sin. You know, he's giving them,
Openly though, like openly and
he's offering them sin. You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, a- and uh, and there's also called uh, uh, bacon jam. You know,
Oh, like jam, the sandwich, like in put in your
like
sandwiches.
jelly.
Oh no shit.
It's bacon jelly you could put on your sandwiches. It's like stew. You know,
Oh man, that even
that
sounds disgusting. Like
just sounds so disgusting.
shit. Even if I was in the world, I'd still be like, ugh, that sounds nasty though.
Yeah. I think I took a picture too. I was gonna send.
So that motherfucker probably thick, huh?
Yeah. Um, oh yeah. See that? It's called uncured bacon jam.
Oh, that shit looks disgusting though.
See if I can show it. It's called uncured bacon jam. That's the worst kind of swine you could eat.
And even looking and like that's horrible.
You know?
Is that was in your plantation?
Yep.
No
It's
shit.
at the plantation.
And it gets right there and fuck.
Yeah. They even got like a shrimp liquid type. I don't know,
Like to taste like shrimp.
like a liquid shrimp. I don't know what the hell,
Oh man,
man.
that's crazy. The Esau be having shit like
Yeah,
make you sin openly though, you know?
yeah. And just to us, that makes our stomach turn. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I seen that picture, bro, and I was like, oh, like
and keep going.
this now I'm on verse 4. Oh, it's like it. Verse 5. Isaiah 65:5. It says, "Which say, Stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou."
So that's what Snoop Dogg is saying. You know, he's saying stand by yourself. That's what he's doing. He's standing by himself. He's his own God. You know, he ain't listening to the Lord because the Lord said not to eat swine. He probably don't even know.
Yeah, he's standing by themselves. Yeah, he's standing though, like.
You know, he says stand by yourself, and then he's telling us not to stand by him because
Yep.
he thinks he's holy. He thinks he's clean. You know, read it again. If you want to say
Isaiah
something.
65. No, it's 65:5. It says, "Which say, Stand by thyself, and come not near to me, for I am holier than thou." And it says, This are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all day. So the Most High is pissed.
Yeah,
Pissed though, you know what I mean? And you don't think he's pissed at Snoop Dogg for doing that?
yeah, because it's like a nasty smell in your nose all day. The Lord got to smell your shit all day,
Got to, yeah.
you know, and your shit's just burning. You know, go when it burns, the smoke has to go up. You know,
Also,
it has to go to heaven.
yeah. Like you ever been like in a bonfire and they do it inside a garage and the smoke just keeps going in
Yeah.
and you're just getting smoked out.
Or if or if you know you're trapped, all the windows are closed. You know, it keeps that smell inside.
Yeah, if someone farts in there, you're gonna
Yeah,
smell it. And they put the AC or the heater on.
yeah.
Oh man.
The smell never goes away. That's how our people are whenever they sin. You know, we gotta smell their shit. You know?
And that's just one sin though of the swine. So imagine the other many.
Yeah. That's
Imagine
what.
the other many.
That's why if you could look at this world spiritually, it's just of all kinds of dirt. You know,
Yeah, literally
you
though.
can see all the dirt,
All the nastiest, all the
all the slime. It's
like
all slimy.
like a woman, right? Walking, she's pretty though, whatever the case be though. But she's been with 20, 30 different dudes, but from the outside look, she looks good, but then you're like, bam, but still knocks hella points because she's been with such and such and such though. She might look good from the outside, but she's been with so many dudes that it just makes her look ugly though.
Yeah.
In our eyes, was you know.
You know, you can't. You know, You can't smell it, but she stinks.
She stinks. Yeah.
And go to the next verse.
Isaiah 65 and 6, and it says, "Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense into their bosom."
See, so it's already written out. The law is written out. Why are you not following the law if it's written out? You
Yep.
know, the rules are already made. Why are you making up your own rules?
Standing thyself.
Stand by yourself. We standing with the Lord.
Yep.
Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, and really, you're standing with the world. You know, if you're standing by yourself, you're standing with the world. And read the next verse.
7 is Isaiah 65 and 7. Your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, says the Most High, which have burned incense upon the mountains and blasphemy upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom. Reap what you sow.
So the iniquities, not only our iniquities, but our fathers' iniquities too. You know, our fathers, they sinned first, and now we're adding more sin when we're sinning.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
imagine all that.
we were supposed to stop already. You know,
Yeah.
when the Lord came and died for us, we were supposed to stop. You know.
I don't know that even back then back then they fucking did it though, you know? Because remember what they told him, let his blood be upon our children, right? That's what one of they said that, right? Let his blood be on our children.
Yep.
That's happening right now.
Yep. The blood is trickling down. You know.
So if you see a Jake get killed, horrible, that's because going back to those whoever said that,
Yep.
that's, you know what I'm saying? Go down that lineage though, or whatever that case be though, he died like that because blood was on Yahushua and his forefather said something like that. You know? And you trip out like, why? Why did he die? He wasn't even a drug dealer, gangbanger, nothing. Like that has nothing to do with that, man. Has nothing to do with that. Just the fact that there's a thing called reincarnation though. If our people can't even get that in their head, they're done, bro. And our people can't get reincarnation in their head. It's hard for them to get that reincarnation in their head though. They can't get it though, bro. They can't believe that they were here before time though. They're like, nah, I wasn't here before. This is the time I'm only here. All right.
Yeah. And read it one more time, and we'll close out.
Isaiah 65 and 7. Your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, says the Most High, which have burned incense upon the mountains and blasphemy upon the hills. Therefore I will measure their former work into their bosom. It's like you owe me a debt, and then your father owed me a debt. Oh, that should get passed down to the son. Since it's your father, nigga, you owe me the money.
Yeah, because you were burning the incense on the hills, on the mountains. You know, for everyone to see. That's what you're doing when you're worshiping Jesus Christ. You're burning this incense for everyone to see. You're letting everyone know that you're worshiping a false god.
Yep.
You know.
By having these images too and idols and shit in your house too.
Yep.
You're doing that shit too.
Yeah. So if you're doing that, the Lord's gonna pay you back in full. Like that movie, it's called Paid in Full. Remember?
Yep. What's his name? Ace and
Money Making Mitch.
Money Making Mitch. Yeah.
They were getting paid in full.
Oh yeah.
You know?
And then what happened with them niggas?
Yep. And then they fell off.
Yep.
You know, their little brother
got kidnapped. They sent that fucking Jake his finger.
Yep. That one fool got shot in the head.
On the back of the head, huh? And then the other guy got killed, did he? Or what happened with Cameron? Did he get killed or he snitched? No, or some shit happened with that Jake too.
He killed his own homie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. And they were like best friends. You would have never thought that it would go down that route.
But then he went to jail at the end.
Yeah.
You know.
But you see, even making money You can have all the money in the world, you'll still turn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they had money, bro. They had fucking money. You had enough money to leave the country 5 times though and live somewhere else. But see, them curses, because they weren't following Yahweh Shem Al Shai, the curses were on them, and look what happened.
Yeah. Because that one dude, he wanted to do right. He wasn't even slanging or nothing. He had a job, you know. He had a
Oh yeah,
job.
that's right.
But
Ace.
but he found a little rock. Remember?
Yep.
He found a little
Because he was
rock.
working at that little store, huh?
Yeah.
And then
He found a little rock. That was what started it.
that's all it's. Yeah, that's all it takes though.
That was the thought.
Yep.
You know.
That thought. Yeah.
And then
It all starts with a thought, man. That's how it all starts though.
And then someone asked him, "You got anything?"
You got any? Oh, yeah, that's right. And then he had it, right?
He actually happened to have it. So he's like, "Shit."
Here you go. And then he looked at it. He looked at it like, oh, that was just easy.
He hooked him up too as more than what it was supposed to be. He didn't know how to sell.
Yeah, exactly. And then didn't he come back? He wanted
was
more?
Like, all this shit just for that?
Right? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Like, all this shit?
So, there you go. But that's wickedness. That's pure wickedness. You know?
Yeah, so follow Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So with that, we hope that's edifying. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone camps, for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
Shalom.